Hello again, my name's Andy, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've had the pleasure of being tagged in a chain letter by my friend Casual Jake. Casual Jake. Now, this is a YouTube chain letter, so he did a video where he answered some questions and then he tagged me in it, so I now have to answer those questions as well, and then I'm going to tag some people to do it after me. And just like those old email chain letters, if anybody doesn't answer the questions, they'll get attacked by some sort of ghost or something. I don't know. Now, if you don't want to stare at my face through this whole thing, don't worry, because in the background we're going to be playing King of Dragons, which is a ridiculous Super Nintendo beat-em-up game, which is not that good, but I still love it. So watch me play that, and I'm going to answer some questions. Alright, so question number one is, why do you do YouTube? There are really a lot of reasons why I do this. To be honest, the reason I first started doing this was because I was really lonely. We had moved out of state, and I was working at a job that I did not like, and I didn't see my wife very much. And I liked my coworkers, most of them, but we didn't have anything in common. You know, I played a lot of games and did a lot of computer stuff, and nobody I worked with really did any of that. So I didn't have anyone to talk to about anything that I enjoyed. And then I would come home, and usually, you know, Erin would be asleep, or I would have to go to bed when she was up. So I just felt really alone. And I had been watching people do Let's Plays. No one in particular, just, you know, whoever was playing a game that I wanted to watch. And I've always, my whole life, wanted to do something involving video games because I love them so much. But, you know, I don't know how to make games, and I don't write well enough to review games very well, so I was watching all these people play games online and, you know, talk to people in comments and do things together, and I was thinking, you know, that would be really great. And I've got some recording software, which was not very expensive. Maybe it's not the best, but it's like, well, I can record stuff now and upload it to YouTube. That's pretty easy. And so I gave that a shot, just kind of well, first I didn't have any sort of creative outlet at that time. Like, work was very follow orders all of the time, and it, like, killed my soul. And I'm like, I want to do something fun, or, you know, I have a pretty decent imagination. Like, I don't use it at all, and I was feeling like crap. So I was like, if I can play games and make something and, you know, maybe talk to someone online about it, you know, maybe that would make me feel better. And it did. So that's really why I started in the first place. And of course I continue doing it because I like talking to people about games. And I like talking to you guys about games and other life things. That's all very fun. Now I have a couple more reasons why I want to continue doing it. My whole life I've never really known what I've wanted to do. You know, I went to school and I went to college with not really a clear goal in mind. I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career or whatever. I've just been kind of aimless. But I've found through making videos and doing this stuff that I really enjoy doing this, and I really like editing videos and you know, making something creative that's my own and having control over it. So now I kind of think that maybe this is something that I want to continue getting better at and maybe do professionally. Like, not Let's Plays professionally, that's probably not going to happen, but you know, the more I learn about recording and doing things, you know, uploading and doing things online and doing video editing, that's stuff I can apply to a job down the road. And so if I was able to do something like that, I think that'd be pretty great. Question number 2 is, how long have you been doing YouTube? Well, I've been watching YouTube for a long time, but as for uploading my own things, it might have been 3 or 4 years ago that I started this channel, and I haven't... When I started the channel, I only put up Let's Plays every once in a while. Like, I would do a game and then I wouldn't put anything up for like 3 or 4 months, and it was very sparse. So back then it was very empty. It's only been in like the past half year, you know, 6 months or so, kind of when I found the Let's Play Sanctuary, and I you know, got in contact with more people who were doing this, and I'm like, you know what, I want to do this more, I want to put more effort into it and make time for it. So it's been, you know, less than a year that I've tried to be really serious about it. Question number 3 is, how long do you plan on doing YouTube? And I don't really have a concrete answer for that. Indefinitely? I don't have any plans of stopping, and in fact, I would like to do this more. Right now, my time is very constricted. I don't have a lot of free time just to myself. As you can maybe see, we live in a very small apartment, and right now my computer and my desk is right next to the living room, and I'm also inside my kitchen. So it's hard to record anything when my wife and my daughter are up because they're doing stuff and running around, or eating or cooking or whatever. And so I'd like to be able to do more than I have been doing, but it's maybe going to have to wait until we move, where I have like some personal space. But the bottom line is, I don't have any planned time when I'm going to stop. Question number 4 is, what kind of camera do you use for my face cams? This guy right there. I use here, I looked it up. It's a Logitech HD Pro C920. You may have heard of it. It's pretty good. It's not that expensive. A couple months ago, I was like, you know what? I should get a camera to do face cam, just because a lot of the people I watched at the time used one, and I thought that would be a nice way to get a little more exposure. Plus, it helps me practice talking into a camera, which I was originally uncomfortable with. I'm still uncomfortable with it, but I'm getting better. If you want to know why I picked this one out specifically, I will tell you. I literally went onto Google and typed, what webcam does Markiplier use? Because he was the guy that I watched the most, and I thought he did a good job with his camera, and I was like, well, I should look up what he's using, and if I can get that would be good, because his looks very crisp. And so anyway, I typed that into Google, and that's what it came up with. And I don't know if this is the camera that he uses. That may have been totally false, but somebody on the internet said that he used it, and I ended up getting it, and I like it, and I think it works pretty well. I don't know if I have all the settings set correct, and plus, like I said, I'm working out of my kitchen, and the light here is really awful, so it may not look that great, but I probably need to get like a lamp or something, but we'll do that later, you know? Question number 5 is, do you make your own thumbnails? Yes, I do, and that's why they're not very good. Like I said, right now I don't have a lot of time to work on this stuff, so usually when I do have time, it goes into recording or editing the videos, and I don't spend a lot of time on the thumbnails for the most part. So you may have noticed they're kind of boring. I do very simple stuff with just like title screens, or maybe some composite images, but nothing too fancy. Question number 6 is, did you make your own intro and outro? Now, I don't have a specific intro. I just say like, hey, it's me, I'm filming a video right now. Some people have nice animated intros or little graphics and things, and maybe I want to do one of those someday, but to be honest, I don't know how to do that. And the same goes for the outro. I don't have anything fancy there, although I have been trying to do something for the outros. Kind of, if you watch any of my Final Fantasy X videos, at the end, I've been using the YouTube end cards, and then just doing like a short, like 20 or 30 second video that I edited together of random things in that episode, like cutscenes or funny things that people said or whatever, and just kind of make like a funny little ending video to play while it puts like, you should watch these videos also over it. So it's not really an outro for the channel, but it's just something kind of funny that I can make to put at the end of the video, and I like making those. I think some of them are kind of, they're probably stupid, but I think some of them are kind of funny, so I might keep doing that for other games as well. Question number 7 is, how did you come up with your channel name? I actually have a very clear response to this one. So my channel name is OmySpy, and some people mispronounce it, which I don't care about. It's kind of funny, and don't worry about it. So I've been using this name for like 12 or 15 years now. I don't remember. It's been at least 10 years. It's been quite a long time. And so here's what it is. A long time ago, I used to go over to this guy's house, and we'd play games. And one time, he had a James Bond game for the GameCube. And so we were playing multiplayer on that, just him and me running around a town shooting each other and using weird gadgets and so on. So in that one you could put in a name, and it could only be 6 characters, and I did not have any name that I was using at the time, so all I could come up with was OmySpy, and I was like, oh, that's what people would say when a really sneaky spy would pop out. You know, the guy would come around the corner with a gun and they'd be like, oh my, a spy! And I thought that was the funniest thing ever because I was like 12 years old. So that fit into the 6 characters, and that's what I went with, and I've just been using it ever since for some reason. And then for the channel, I couldn't think of anything more clever, so I just went with the name that I've been using. Now there's a bonus question, which means that this is not a 7-question thing, this is an 8-question thing. The bonus question is, what can YouTube do to change it up? And everyone that I've seen answer this question has been unsure if it's supposed to be what YouTube can do to change it up or what you can do to change it up, so I'm going to answer both things. What can YouTube do to change it up? They can send money to everyone who uploads to this site. Just send me money. Just send me money. Change it up. You can do it, YouTube. Now, what can I do to change it up? I'm not sure. There's a lot of things I can do. For one thing, I need to get out of this kitchen. I need some space that I can decorate or get a lamp or get more desk space because my desk is covered in crap. I would also like to start streaming every once in a while, but I can't right now because our internet here is garbage. We are in an apartment building, so even though I think our internet is not that bad, there's like 10 routers in this building, and every once in a while the internet will go from pretty okay to complete garbage, and that will ruin a stream or any online game I'm playing, so it's not reliable. If we move, maybe I can do some streams. That'd be fun, maybe. Now, if sometime we get a bigger kitchen, I have a little camera here, so we could do some non-PC things. And one thing I'd like to do is some sort of cooking show. I've always liked watching cooking shows on TV. I think it'd be fun to maybe show you guys some of the stuff that we make. It's nothing fancy, but it's good and usually not that expensive to make. So if I get the capability, we'll maybe do something like that. Alright, that's all the questions for this chain video. I've completed them, and now I will not get attacked by a ghost. Now it is my responsibility to tag 2 more people on YouTube to answer these questions, and for that we're going to do the father of 2, and I'm also going to send this over to Jas and Dallas at MannvsMann. So hopefully they will also make a video answering these questions, because otherwise they're going to get attacked by a ghost. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Casual Jake, for tagging me in this. Make sure that you check out the channels of FatherOfTwo and MannvsMann, and hopefully they'll respond to this with their own answers. If you have any other questions for me, leave a comment below asking them. I'll answer it. Ask me anything. Whatever. Do it. Now's the time. And until next time. See ya.